All right. Hi, everyone. Today, I'll just give me a second. I will be representing Talk, right? I just need to tell you a little is that I am not the inventor of this device. This is invented by a 16-year-old boy genius called Arshad Dilbaghi, who won the Google Science Fair this year. He won the Voters' Choice Award, and he has his board exams, so his school didn't let him come for this event. So as a friend, I've stepped in to present it to all of you. All right, let's go. So Talk is an AAC device. It's an augmentative alternative communication device, right? I just want to tell you who we are targeting with this device right now, and I'll explain it to you how it works, right? So, according to statistics, we have 1.4% of the world's population who have developmental disabilities, and that is a huge number. That's bigger than Germany. That's almost equal to the population of Maharashtra, right? Another statistics is that we have a stroke every 40 seconds in the United States. That adds to 628 people with a disability every day due to a stroke, all right? The mental trauma that people have to face who have such disabilities is really severe. It's mostly because they're not able to express themselves, all right? The thing that we take for granted that I can communicate with you, they don't have that. And because of that, a lot of side effects are there, especially life expectancy. It goes down by almost 20 years. So this is what Talk tackles, all right? So let me talk about some existing solutions, all right? We have something called an eye tracker, all right? It's a simple application with a computer. It will read your eyes movements, okay? And lets you decide what you want to speak, all right? It's really expensive, starts at around $4,000 per unit, all right? Then we have the brain interface. Like these is something really new, right? They read your brain waves and try to communicate with people doing that, but it's so experimental right now, okay? We don't even know how is that going to develop, and any kit, even a developmental kit, starts at $10,000, right? And the most famous of all of them, if you know, is the Switch device, okay? It's used by Mr. Stephen Hawking himself. Okay, if you take a look at this device, I want you to look very clearly at it, and I want you to compare it with our device, all right? He has a computer, he has a switch on his cheek in which he makes decision using a matrix of words, and it takes him around, right now it's fast, but when it started off, it was almost 40 seconds to, choose a word initially. So now take a look at Talk. That's Talk, right? Right now, I don't really have a device with me. We have 5 functional prototypes. One of them is with Google, okay? And so that's only 4 right now with us. And this is what it is. Like, I was part of the team later on who helped finish the product. We 3D printed the casing, and it fits into your pocket. All right, and that's as you see over there, the wire frame that fits around your ear. Okay. So it's a very small device. It's just like a cell phone that you could just keep in your pocket and move around with, right? So let me tell you what it is. As I already said that it's an augmentative and alternative communication device. It has a new type of interface, okay? So the main important thing about this, it takes your breath as an input. Not anything else, your breath, very important, right? So you breathe into it like this, okay? And that's how you can make a decision using this, all right? It's one of the first and one of the only small-scale wearable AAC device, right? Even if you search as much as you want to, you're not going to get something like this anywhere, right? So who is it meant for? We have a huge selection of people who are really going to benefit out of this device, mostly speech impaired people, because again, it's a communication device. A person who has had a stroke, paralysis, cancer survivors. This project got a lot of leverage when there was this viral thing. It was called the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, right? So ALS is another type of impairment, a type of, I don't really know what, it's a type of sclerosis, and you can use this. They can use this device too, right? So I'm going to talk to you how it works, all right? Simple. You put your you take your input, all right, using the microphone. So it uses an MEMS microphone. That's a micro electromechanical system microphone, right? It just takes your breath as an input, it amplifies it and sends it to our microcontroller, right? And then what we do is we divide your breath into different type of units. So I can give it as a short breath, like, or a long breath, like, all right? And then we remove extra noise. If I'm having breath coming out of my mouth, we use the algorithm that Arsh has developed that will clean it. Then we convert those breaths into dots and dashes, and those dots and dashes are converted into Morse code. Now the Morse code is directly convertible into text, and as it is convertible into text, that text is converted into words. That's the complete flow. That's how it works. So I missed that slide. So yes, it it converts that into words at the end of it. It's very simple. Alright. So I want you to take a look at this. This is called Follow the Letter. It's a rubric created by Arsh. Again, a person who doesn't know anything about Morse code just looks at this and learns Morse code. You could learn it right now. Just take a look at it. And you got to learn how to breathe using that, and the algorithm will follow it. Right now it's in a very crude stage. Eventually we'll have much more development, but this is what we use to any of the test patients. We show this to them, they read it, okay, and then they start using the device. I'll tell you about the key features. You don't need an extra computer. It has an onboard computer. It has two modes, a command mode and a speech mode. In the command mode, I can select words. In the speech mode, I could have somebody already say words and store it in, and then using my breath, I'll just select through as many words that are already there, like, hi, what's my name? Hello, how are you doing? Things like that, okay? Then we have something even more cool, is that you can have a male and female voice. You can have an age group based voice. So you have a young kid, a middle-aged person, older person, different accents, and eventually you can just change it. You can have Scooby-Doo's voice if you like to. It's just like an iPod. You can just change it all the time, all right? If you test it, it has an average of 28 seconds per word. As I said earlier, other crude devices use 40 seconds for a word. This is much faster because of the algorithm that they have developed. And then it's very compact, lightweight, and portable. I just want you to take a look at this pretty fast. At the end over there, that is where it started, okay, inside a plastic box. And then we ended up over there with a 3D print. All of the rest is all parts of it. They're electronic equipments. That's the MEMS module. Those are the microcontroller boards. And those are the prints I initially helped with on Arsh, with Arsh on this device. This is the important part. Now, what do you think this will cost? I already spoke, $4,000, $10,000. No, this is really, really, really cheap. Okay, really, really cheap. I was personally there with Arsh. Yeah, I was with Arsh when we went and we searched through all the gullies of Delhi to get the components. It took us weeks, and we actually found it. We divided into two units, a processing box and a wearable sensor, right? So the processing box is $61 and the wearable sensor is $7. So it comes to less than $70. It's like just 4,000 rupees, right? Compare that to anything in the market right now. Okay. What are we going to do with it in time? Okay, we're going to connect it to Wi-Fi. So then I could use it to control my fridge, my TV, anything. It's called IoT. So we will be doing that over time, just waiting for him to finish his boards. And then we have the human interface device. As I said, if we can connect it to the fridge or something, I could send an email or anything. As I said, I can make a decision. It helps me choose, right? Auto prediction, this is important. This is something hopefully we can work on, and we can improve the device so that people can choose what words to use. Before, you have to select every alphabet right now, but we could predict it eventually. And then machine learning that will remember your breathing patterns, okay, so that you can make a better decision. And we want to make it accessible to everybody. So if a company helps us do it, we are doing it at 4,000. I think we could do it at 1,000 or 2,000 on mass production, right? So please, these are some messages that we received over time, especially after Arsh won the Google Science Fair. So he was covered by every news channel in India. Even the CM of Haryana was putting Facebook updates of him. Okay, and these are just the emotional prayers and the expectation of the people. They want this device with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Questions? And it takes my breath away. That's all I can say. Okay. But definitely, I think board exams are important. We all know what a key role education makes in our ability to misunderstand the world. So I suppose it's good. No questions?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it need only Morse, or can you have find alternating patterns to make it more efficient?
Well, to complete the project on time, we use Morse right now. But of course, in time we will maybe try different things. Right now, it's effective with Morse. That's why I think it's a bit slow. Maybe if I could work on another pattern with him, maybe we could make it much faster. That's why it takes 28 seconds for a word. Maybe we could do that in 5 or 10 if we use a different pattern. But sadly, no, we just do Morse right now.
Yeah, but I think the idea of Morse was brilliant, because Morse is one universal language which is there for everybody to understand. So if the whole world stops languages, they can at least use Morse. So that's really brilliant. Yeah, I think that's a good presentation, and all the best.
Thank you.